In a small village where the morning mist clung to the rooftops like a soft blanket, 7-year-old Advait lived with his grandmother, Rukmani. It was the day of the great offering at the village temple. Everyone was busy preparing. Advait watched as the neighbors carried heavy baskets of bright marigolds, sweet mangoes, and shimmering silk cloths to the temple gates. He looked down at his own empty hands and felt a tiny pinch of sadness in his heart. "Grandmother," Advait whispered, looking at Rukmani's kind, wrinkled face. "We have no gold to give. We have no giant baskets of fruit or fine silks. How can we show the divine how much we love him? Our offering will look so small and lonely next to the others." Rukmani knelt down so she was eye to eye with Advait. She smiled, and the many lines around her eyes seemed to tell a story of their own. "The divine does not have a stomach that needs filling, nor does he have a body that needs dressing in silk," Rukmani explained softly. She pointed toward the small courtyard of their house, where a single Tulsi plant grew in a terracotta pot. Its green leaves were vibrant and smelled of pepper and lemons. "He is hungry only for one thing, Advait. He is hungry for the love we put into our gifts. A forest given with a cold heart is smaller than a single leaf given with warmth." Advait walked over to the Tulsi plant. He closed his eyes and took a deep breath, letting the spicy scent fill his lungs. He thought about all the things he was grateful for: the warmth of the sun, the taste of Rukmani's porridge, and the way the birds sang at dawn. He felt a glow of love growing in his chest, making him feel light and heavy all at once. "I understand, grandmother," he said. "I will give the best thing I have." With great care, Advait reached out and plucked a single perfect Tulsi leaf. He held it in the palm of his hand, as if it were a fragile butterfly. He didn't run or jump on the way to the temple. He walked slowly, making sure his heart stayed quiet and full of the love he had felt in the courtyard. Rukmani walked beside him, her hand resting lightly on his back, her footsteps matching his slow, steady rhythm. At the temple, a wealthy merchant named Rajesh was standing by the great scale of devotion. It was an ancient, golden scale, said to measure the weight of a person's sincerity. Rajesh was piling heavy gold coins and thick silver bangles onto one side of the scale, hoping to see it tip. But no matter how much gold he added, the scale stayed perfectly balanced, as if it were holding nothing at all. The villagers gasped as the pile of gold grew higher and higher, yet the scale remained still. Rajesh stepped back, breathless and confused. Then Advait stepped forward. He looked very small next to the tall merchant and the mountain of gold. He held his breath and approached the empty tray on the other side of the scale. The crowd went silent, wondering what this young boy could possibly offer that would be greater than gold. Advait placed the single Tulsi leaf onto the tray. For a second, nothing happened. Then, a soft golden light began to glow from the leaf. It wasn't the light of a lamp, but a light that felt like a warm hug. Slowly, the side of the scale holding the leaf began to sink. It moved lower and lower, until the heavy pile of Rajesh's gold was lifted high into the air, outweighed by the tiny green leaf. A collective sigh of wonder escaped the villagers. They realized they were witnessing a miracle. The scale wasn't measuring the weight of the metal. It was measuring the weight of the love Advait had poured into his offering. Rukmani stood at the edge of the crowd, her eyes shimmering with tears of joy. She didn't need to say a word. She knew that Advait had heard the silent language of the divine. As they walked home under the orange glow of the setting sun, Advait felt a deep sense of peace. He realized that magic didn't come from having a lot of things, but from giving what you have with a whole heart. He looked at the Tulsi plant in their courtyard, and then at Rukmani. He knew now that even the smallest leaf could hold the weight of the entire world if it was offered with love.